Hello and welcome. You're watching Business Today Television. I'm Sakshi Patra and this is your favorite show, Daily Calls, a show that addresses all your stock-related queries. Our top market experts join in on this show. Over the next 45-50 minutes, we will get all your questions answered by our top guests. Now, how do you send us your questions? Well, the WhatsApp number is flashing on your screens. Send in your questions along with your name, your location and your contact details as well so that we can give you an opportunity to now speak to the guest directly and take a custom-made advice from our top guest today. Now, apart from this, you can also, send in your questions on the comment section where you're watching our show live on YouTube platform on Business Today. So you can send in questions and I can pick up some of those to address it to our guests as well. And now, let me introduce our market expert for the day. We have Mr. Akshay Bhagwat, Senior Vice President, Derivatives Research at JM Financial Services, joining in on the show with us. Finally, cheer returning in the new year for the D Street. Akshay, 200 points higher. We are at 23,956. Finally, we are again aiming to climb back above 24,000 mark. Your sense of what is the market setup telling you?
Good afternoon, Sakshi. And first of all, best wishes for 2025 to you,
Thank
the entire
you.
team of Business Today, and all the viewers. Well, it's a good start for the new year. Last 3 days have been exceptionally well. 23,500 support has held strong, and it's just a matter of time that Nifty would overcome the first barrier or hurdle of 24,000. That just steadies up the index, sets the index up on a firm footing, and at least gives us a confirmation that for January, the support of 23,500 is confirmed. So we're looking at a positive view for January. 24,100 plus just seals the reversal and would possibly target 24,400, 500 from a short-term scenario. So we are expecting some reversal or a bounce back for the month of January. So recommend to go long in the index, Nifty or Bank Nifty as the case may be. Still more to go from here. Maybe 24,400 is in the making.
Right, okay, got that. So that's the market view that's coming in. Let's start taking all the questions then, Akshay, and thank you for such warm greetings. We hope that this year turns out to be the best one yet for you and for your loved ones and team members as well. Let's start off by taking the first question. This is from Mr. Subramaniam. He says, good afternoon, Sakshi. I bought 50 shares of Tata Chemicals at the rate of 1150 and I'm in losses. So what would be the right strategy for me? Hold on or should I book losses? Tata Chemicals tested his patience. He bought it at 1150. What would you advise, Akshay, on this one?
The chemical space has been a bit dull, and especially Tata Chemicals, last couple of months, we have seen some bit of sell-off in the stock. And right now, as it trades on the prices, it's at a very key support junction because if you look at the price action right from March, the support of 1,030 somewhere has been a very strong level for this stock. Time and again, bounce back attempts have been seen from this level right up till 1150. So the suggestion is we are nearing a support. Keep a stop loss below 1,000. Strict stop loss is mandatory here because in case the support breaches, then there can be a sell-off in this counter. So expecting the supports to hold, keep a stop loss of 990. And in case of any recovery yet again, this time 1125, 1130 should be the levels to exit or book out.
Okay, got that. I hope, Mr. Subramanian, this has answered your question. We have a query coming in on our WhatsApp number as well. Lavish from Indore writes in. He says, I have 500 shares of Borosil Renewables. I got it at the rate of 597 and I have a 1-year view. All right. Borosil Renewables, what is your suggestion here, Akshay? What do the charts suggest to you? His purchase price is 597. Currently, the stock is hovering around 552 odd levels, about 0.3% higher in trade today. Has been very choppy as well in trade today. Your sense on this one?
Well, lately the counter has been choppy, but the positive takeaway is that if I were to look at the monthly or the slightly longer term charts, there is clarity that the area of 450 has proven to be a very strong support for Borosil Renewables. And it's although it's been choppy, the support is in place. I think the longer term price structure is still strong, is intact. And I'm expecting targets of around 750 odd levels, which were tested in somewhere in 2022. So that's the target area you should be working with. You should hold on to this counter with minimum 1 year horizon. 750 is the target you can anticipate.
Okay, got that. I hope this has answered your question too, Lavish. Next, we'll take Ankur Modi's question. He says, Hi Sakshi, I started my journey of investing in stocks in 2021. Initially, I was investing small capital in stocks, while some have become multi-baggers, so I feel good about it. And now I want to invest big capital as I feel more confident to invest in stocks. Can you please help identify certain stocks that can actually give huge returns? Okay. Ankur has asked your choices right there actually for the new year then. He started off his journey in 2021, but remember, like Ankur, there have been many investors who started off their journey post the COVID 2020 crash, and since that time till now, it's been a one-way up move, and the markets have tripled from that time as well. So, large part of the market is something that investors have made money in. But the question is now coming in that after this last 4-5 years of bull run, can easy money be still made in the markets, or what exactly should be the strategy to continue to win in the current market scenario also, Akshay?
Well, honestly, last 4 years has been a cakewalk, even for people who have started their investment journey in the markets. You haven't seen any rough phases in the market, but
Yeah.
somewhere last couple of months has been a kind of an eye opener for many.
Yes.
So, just shows that investing is all about patience, and one-way rally has to stop somewhere. So. Not expect the kind of returns which you have made in the last 3 to 4 years. A one-way rally from here, things should be choppy, and stock picking would be a tough game here, because really you need to kind of catch the momentum, catch the good trades and stocks. So it's not going to be an easy journey here. So if you are looking out for strong names, I think this is the year where you should bet on names which have exposure in the Nifty, have good futures and options exposure in terms of the market-wide turnovers. So here, Kotak Bank, which I've recommended on the show many times, is one stock which I like. Here, a very range-bound structure since last 4 years, but I'm expecting 2025 is the year for Kotak Bank, where this breakout should happen, and see the stock targeting 2300 plus. So keep this stock on your radar. 1822 is where it trades. 2300 is my target. 1600 is the support. Second trade is if you're searching for momentum. Today, Eicher Motors has given a strong breakout. This is breakout of almost 6 months of range-bound consolidation. So this is a very positive technical development. Targets of 5400, 5500 should be in the making. This should happen within 1.5, 2 months time frame. So looking forward to buying Kotak and Eicher Motors. Eicher for short-term trades, and Kotak for slightly longer-term horizon.
Okay, got that. So I hope this has answered your question, Ankur, on selecting stocks, which can actually be providing you handsome returns in the new year as well. Next, Mr. Venki has written in and he says, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you also, Venki. And he says, please suggest to me any entry price for Dixon Tech and Kaynes Technologies. Okay, interesting names you picked up. These two stocks actually have been great wealth creators in 2024 for investors as well. They've almost doubled investors' wealth as well in this year, 2024. Now coming to the new year, after having rallied so much as well, what is your own suggestion, Akshay, on this one? Dixon Tech and Kaynes can still be a fresh entry can be taken here.
Well, it has both the stocks have had a fab 2024, and if you're going to expect more from here, really, I would not be really comfortable considering the risk reward payoff. So these stocks are not going to correct big time, but considering the move, if you look at Dixon Tech, I think from 2023, 2000 to 18,000 is what the journey has been. So it's been a stupendous bull run in the stock, and from here it can get into a range bound structure. So that's the concern for me. So I would say from here on, not the right choice. Maybe the momentum catches and you have 19,000 in the making, but really from an investment perspective, risk reward doesn't work well here. Kaynes Technology too is more similar nature, one way rally till now, no correction. At maybe 8,000 would be in the making, but really, would you go for 8,000 with such a after such a fabulous move is the question. So I would say these shares have had their move. It's more from a trading perspective where you can time the scripts now, but for investment, I would not be more comfortable buying them at the current rates.
Okay, got that. We have a caller now with us from West Bengal, we have Ahidur Rahman on the phone line with us. Ahidur ji, namaskar. कैसे हैं आप? मैं बिल्कुल ठीक हूँ. आई एम सॉरी. विश यू वेरी हैप्पी न्यू ईयर. कैसे हैं आप और बताइए नया साल आपने कैसे शुरुआत की है नए साल की?
नया साल शुरुआत में बहुत अच्छे से किया है।
हम्म.
मेरा क्वेश्चन है, मेरे पास सेल है 875 क्वांटिटी है, 170 भाव पे है।
कौन सा शेयर है?
क्या करना चाहिए? सेल
सेल स्टील अथॉरिटी ऑफ इंडिया 170 पर खरीदा है. ठीक है, इसका आउटलुक जानना चाहते हैं, अक्षय से पूछ लेते हैं. मेटल स्पेस में अभी भी काफ़ी वॉलेटिलिटी है और एक तरफा कोई डायरेक्शन नहीं समझ में आ रहा है अभी मेटल स्पेस में. सेल में जहां 170 की खरीद है तो काफ़ी अभी इनको नुकसान हो रहा है. क्या करें अभी और क्या रिवर्सल के कुछ साइंस नज़र आ रहे हैं अक्षय यहाँ?
सेल का प्राइस स्ट्रक्चर स्टडी कर रहा था मैं और देखिए मोमेंटम थोड़ा ऑफ है. शॉर्ट टू मीडियम टर्म चार्ट्स स्ट्रक्चर अभी भी नेगेटिव है और जिस तरीके का प्राइस सेटअप है थोड़ा सा जो है रिस्क मुझे लग रहा है कि शायद स्टॉक आने वाले मंथ्स में 80 तक नीचे के स्तर छू सकता है. तो नेगेटिव आउटलुक है शॉर्ट टू मीडियम टर्म के लिए, मोमेंटम ऑफ है. तो मैं कहूंगा कि अगर सेल को ही चुनना है तो थोड़ा रुकना जरूरी है. 80-85 डिप रहेगा जहां पे आप बाय करने की सोच सकते हैं, बाय एंड होल्ड फॉर लॉन्गर टर्म. मैं कहूंगा मेटल्स में कोई भी स्टॉक इस स्तर पे उतना ल्यूक्रेटिव नहीं लग रहा है क्योंकि मोमेंटम थोड़ा ऑफ हो चुका है. जिंदल स्टील एंड पावर एक ही स्टॉक है जिसमें अभी भी प्राइस स्ट्रक्चर बिगड़ा नहीं है. तो अगर आप शिफ्ट करने के लिए ओपन है तो थोड़ा महंगा है, प्राइस 943 का है, बट एक बेटर प्राइस स्टॉक है ऑन द चार्ट्स. सो जिंदल स्टील एंड पावर मेरा चॉइस रहेगा. सेल में बाय करने के लिए फिलहाल अवॉइड की राय रखूंगा.
ओके, चलिए यहाँ पर भी आपको राय मिल चुकी है. नेक्स्ट हम लेते हैं हमारा सवाल. एक व्हाट्सएप के जरिए हमें सवाल मिला है. साई का ये सवाल आया है हैदराबाद से. ही सेज हाय, आई हैव HAL, BDL and Mazagon dock. I am currently sitting on 20% losses. I want to add more on these stocks. Is it the right time or should I wait? Again, these stocks have come back in some momentum right ahead of the budget, especially HAL, Mazagon dock. These are the stocks that have been buzzing in trade too. On these three stocks, do you think they can be added now? Any fresh positions should be done?
Well, I think before budget, you are going to have another round of rally in the defense names. Defense names in terms of price action have been underperformers in last 5 to 6 months, and I believe many have got stuck in them considering the significant bull run which the stocks enjoyed in 2024. So I think from here expect a pullback. HAL, if you were to look at 4,500, can be the pullback target. So 2 to 3% easily is in the making from the current levels. If you are okay with that kind of targets, yes, you can buy them. But if you're looking from an investment horizon, here you need to give serious time. Minimum 2 3 years is what I look forward to. If you are committed to that much of time in the stocks, then the long-term horizon is good. But really, time is the key here. Longer the time, the longer the wait. So waiting period would be more in defense stocks. Otherwise, from a short-term perspective, expect a pullback of 2 to 3% in most of the defense names at the current levels before the budget.
ओके, गॉट दैट. चलिए यहाँ पर भी आपको राय मिल गई है. नेक्स्ट हम लेते हैं सवाल रुद्रांश भारद्वाज का. He says, hello, I'm thinking of buying Skipper at the current levels. I have a medium term view. Is this a good pick and what are the future targets of this one? Skipper also has performed well. If we stretch the charts and then see last 6 months and last 1 year, the company has been improving its fundamental performance as well as the stock price has also shown an improvement. Especially in the last 6 months, it's gone up by about 43% odd despite the consolidation that we saw in the last 3 months particularly. Akshay, on Skipper, can it be still bought after a 138% rally in the last 1 year?
Yes, short to medium term, you can consider buying Skipper. The price structure is extremely strong. Just that the last week has seen some bit of profit taking at higher levels. Price structure is slightly overbought, so that's slightly of concern because I think you need to time this stock to get the best rates for buying. I would suggest if you get 500 odd levels, these are very good levels to re-enter. So the suggestion is, yes, definitely it's a buy, but you need to kind of distribute your buying bets between the levels of 500 to 550 so that you participate in the slight dips as well. Overall, I'm looking at targets of around 700 to 725. Keep a stop loss at around 450 on your long positions when you create one.
Okay, Ridansh, I hope this has answered your question. Please do abide by the advice that's been shared by Akshay on this front. Let's take the next one. This is from Satya. He says, "Good afternoon, Sakshi. Please ask which one is a better option and whether to average anyone, Ramki Infra and NCC. Within the infra space stories, he's looking at an option. So, Ramki Infra or NCC, which one is better? And, should one make a fresh entry at the current level? What would you say?
I think NCC is preferable over Ramki Infra. Not that Ramki Infra is weak, but NCC is better
Sure.
positioned for a better risk reward from the current levels. 275 is where it trades. The stock had given a breakout at levels of 240 a few weeks back. I think it's revisiting this breakout zone, so that's a potential buy trade which is building up again at the levels of 250. So that's your buy point. Yes, you can buy it around 250. Your support is 240. Stop loss will be 225. And a recovery from the support zones should see the stock moving up for around 325 to 340. So this is more of a short to medium term view. 340 is the target you should be working with for NCC. That's the preferred pick out of the two.
Okay, got that. So here you have got the advice on that one. We also have a question coming in from Momita from Kolkata. She says, "Hi Sakshi, I've been holding Wipro since 2022. My average price was 200. Does it make sense to exit and invest somewhere else, or is there some more potential left here?" It's an interesting one because just today we've actually got a report from Citi, from CLSA, which has downgraded Wipro to a hold rating from an outperformance. Just about 6 months back, they had an outperformance rating, and after 6 months, they have a hold rating with a target with a price of somewhere where it is currently trading at. There are some concerns that they have definitely highlighted. What would you say on Wipro for someone who's actually sitting on good amount of profits from 200 to 300, 100 rupee per share profit? What is the advice on that one?
The advice is, I think, first of all, your entry point is a very good entry. You got 200, you're sitting in good profits. And here, target wise, 360 is the possible medium to long term projection. That's near the all time high for Wipro. But do not expect a one way journey. I think IT majors will start reporting their numbers, Q1 numbers from 10th of January onwards. So expect some bit of volatility in them. It's about getting the results right from here. So my suggestion is, out of the quantity you bought, you book out half quantity at the current market price. The remainder, keep a target of around 360. This may take probably 3 to 6 months of time. That should be a maximum time horizon for which you hold Wipro. But book out half quantity is what the suggestion is as of now.
Okay, got that. Let's now take another one then. We have a question coming in from Mr. Peter Raj. Okay, he says, "I am from Trichy and I want to know whether I should enter afresh in two of the pharma related stocks," he's saying. One is Dr. Agarwal I. Let me just pull up the stock right there. This is Dr. Agarwal's Eye Hospital, which is trading at 6,894. Today it's up by about 6.5%. And the other one that he's asking on is Kovai Medical. Kovai Medical is currently trading. Let me just pull up the stock of this one as well to see how the stock is trading at. Okay, we don't have any trading right now. I'm not able to get the number for this one. Do you have the current price for Kovai at a medical at all, Akshay?
Yeah, I do have.
Okay.
So I was checking both the charts.
Yeah.
And I think the preferable one out of these two is Kowai Medical Center and Hospital, which trades at
Yeah.
6280. This stock has broken out on the price chart out of a long consolidative phase. I think from August 2024 to somewhere at the fag end of November, it stayed in a range, and we had a potential breakout which happened in December. That's a positive development on the price structure. And going by the current structure, the target area or possible projection is around 6,700 for this stock. This is more of a short to medium term view, and the trend is very firm. So you can consider buying Kowai Medical. Your support is around 5,900 and targets are 6,700.
Okay, so this is for Kovai. What about Dr. Agrawal's eye? Should one be looking at that one?
Uh, well, see, the price structure is extremely strong, but the only issue here is that it's moved too fast and too soon. In fact, today I believe there was a gap up. Maybe there was some news. I do not personally track this stock, but gap up has seen this stock getting in overbought zones, and it is very much vulnerable to slight round of profit booking here. So, if you want to time the stock, this is not the right level to buy. Ideally, a dip near 6,400 would offer you a better risk reward potential. So yes, it's a buy, but buy on dips whenever the opportunity presents you. 64 is the entry point, and 75 should be the target area.
Okay, got that. चलिए यहाँ पर भी आपको राय मिल गई है. Next we'll take Sindhu Ramdas's question. This is again on the pharma space. Everybody is looking at pharma these days. Sindhu wants to know, can I enter Cipla, Sun Pharma and Oro Pharma at the current levels? Pharma, of course, has been the top performing sector for 2024 with 40% surge. Do you still see a lot of steam here, Akshay, and especially in these frontline counters like Cipla, Sun Pharma and Oro Pharma that is being asked here?
Well, see, pharma stocks have moved well lately, and the reason behind the money chasing pharma was because of the choppy nature of the market. So, because traditionally, whenever the market gets into a rough patch, you have the IT names, pharma, FMCG. Those are the stocks which see the flow in these sectors. But if you have a positive view on the market, because today we are seeing market regaining the 24,000 mark. Clearly, now the money from the short to medium term perspective, with a budget now with a month away, is going to chase the front line names, the blue chip stocks, right? Mid cap stocks. So clearly, pharma might be the names which might go on the back foot. So my suggestion is, from here on at least, pharma should take a backseat. Look for names in the banking or the financial services that should do well. So, pharma, since you are keen, I think I would give them a miss from here on if I was trading for the month of January.
ओके चलिए यहाँ पर भी आपको राय मिल गई है. नेक्स्ट वी विल टेक अनदर क्वेश्चन एंड दिस वन इज फ्रॉम ऋषिकेश. ही सेज हेलो साक्षी जी, इट सीम्स लाइक दिस ईयर लार्ज कैप्स आर गोइंग टू बी परफॉर्मिंग, सो व्हाट शुड आई डू ऑन माय मिड एंड स्मॉल कैप स्टॉक्स राइट नाउ, एंड शुड आई स्विच माय पोर्टफोलियो टुवर्ड्स large caps now? Okay, so that's the question that's coming in. Akshay, what would you advise here? Large caps versus the mid and small caps. What do you think the ideal strategy should be?
Yeah. Well, see, this reversal is now happening in the market. The market is trying to get out of the rough patch it has been in last 3 months. And if a recovery has to come, if you're talking about 24,500 plus in next 1.5, 2 months with the budget inside, mid caps at least should be on your radar. Small caps, I'm not very keen on chasing them at this time, but mid caps, you should hold them. Be names which are budget centric first. Second, frontliners, yes, you should have your exposure in these names, because many of these names, stocks like an IndusInd Bank, a Reliance, L&T has moved up well in the last couple of days. So many names in the Nifty 50 stocks are available at cheaper prices than what they traded 3-4 months back. Tata Motors from the auto space. So, you have opportunities where a recovery in index should bode well for such names. I would be more looking at such opportunities. So stay in mid cap, increase your exposure in the blue chip companies, but small cap, you can give them a miss.
Okay, got that. And viewers, 24,000 is in front of you now on the Nifty, 264 points higher in trade. It couldn't have been a better start to the new year right there. And let's look at the contributors now. You have Infosys that's contributing 45 points to the gains on the Nifty right now. M&M is contributing 25 points. Bajaj Finance is contributing 21 points. Maruti is contributing 16. RIL is also in the winning zone. 15 points getting contributed from there. So large caps clearly coming in front and pulling the strings higher for the Nifty. IT, auto space, these are the two pockets, and the NBFC space, which is throwing in sharp momentum. Look at the auto space. It's in the fastest lane, 2.8% of a rally on the index itself. IT is up by 1.7%. Remember, in the early morning trading session, we had seen that IT stocks were actually lower. So look at it from the kind of rally it has seen, from negative to all the way up to 1.6% higher for the IT names as well. Financial services up by almost 1%. You across the board, you're seeing gains, barring PSU banks and realty. All of the sectors are now buzzing. Eicher Motors, as was marked by Akshay, also is now up 6.7%. Bajaj Twins are doing very well, 5 to 6.5% higher. Maruti is hovering at 11,725. So that's the kind of buzz that is being seen. Akshay, let's address the little bit of momentum that we are seeing. 270 points higher now. First up on the Nifty, what do you expect? It's the expiry session as well, and the first one for 2025.
Well, yes, expiry session, and since we are looking at expiry, all writers at the levels of 24,000, they are at the receiving end because the markets had been choppy. Today, we are noting a breakout above the levels of 23,900. That's an extremely positive development. So, the very first thing which call writers will do is that they will book out their losses, or they would shift their writing bets to higher strikes. So, this should lead to an unwinding or a short covering bout, which can further fuel the movement in the indices. Now, 24,000 regaining is a very positive development, at least from a short term perspective. It a good start to the new year, and budget 1 month in sight. I think Nifty very well is heading first to cover up the gap which we have on the charts at 24,200. That's the first target if you're trading on the Nifty. And overall, possibly 24,700 can be in the making the way ahead. So 23,500 support is sealed now, and you can eye 24,700 by January, or probably by the budget.
Okay, got that. Let's discuss the auto space first. Akshay, you did talk about Eicher. What else is looking promising? Where would you chase this current momentum?
See, auto sectors have been very much subdued. Eicher was one of the best picks because if you look at the price structure, many stocks were at the receiving end in the auto space. It was Eicher Motors which was sideways. It has seen a breakout. I think the numbers today which came out are supportive for Eicher Motors. If you're looking for stocks here, one is Ashok Leyland. This is an extremely positive stock. It has been undisturbed by what's happening around the last 2 3 months. Slightly corrective, but I think from a 1.5 2 month horizon, 250 should be in the making. If you're looking for stocks which are highly oversold and can be recovery candidates, look for Tata Motors, trading around 576. A lot of short bets covering can lead this stock till 825. So Tata Motors is a possible reversal or a bottom fishing candidate. Momentum chasing would be Eicher Motors and Ashok Leyland for a buy and hold kind of in trading with 1.5 2 month odd perspective.
Okay, got that. So that's the view that's coming in. Akshay, we will thank you on that note for being with us on this very special edition. Again, wishing you a fantastic 2025. Maybe see you more often joining in with our viewers to guide them on their investment journey. And let's see whether the markets can improve from here on. Enough of consolidation. Let's have the bulls back and on the reigning street right there. Thank you so much for being with us, Akshay. And what we'll do, viewers, is now we will start to take some more queries from you, and we will have another guest joining in. We have Ruchi Jain, Vice President, Head of Equity Technical Research and Wealth Management at Motilal Oswal Financial Services now. New Year greetings to you, Ruchit. Good to have you with us right at the beginning, and look at it how the markets are cheering and welcoming everybody right there. 300 points higher. We are at the day's high point and 2447. Clearly, it's the momentum that's building on, and how. What's the sense that you have on the market?
Hi, very good afternoon, Sakshi. Firstly, let me wish you and all your viewers a very happy new year. And we hope
Thank
we
you.
have a good bull run in 2025. Right? Yeah. So now coming on to the markets, yes, we have seen that the markets have seen a corrective phase in last few months. And FI's long short ratio was back around that 13% mark. And we have historically seen that whenever FIs have such low no long positions were 10 to 14%, then the room to create fresh shorts reduces over there, and that leads to short covering moves. So I think that's what we are witnessing right now. So 24,000, which was the immediate hurdle, markets are trying to surpass that, which if surpassed, then we should see that 24,250 mark coming in very soon. So the momentum seems to be positive, and the good thing is that it has been led by some of the large cap names. The auto space is doing well. IT again is witnessing a good momentum. So I think, led by these large cap stock, we should see 24,250 at least in the short term. So one should continue to trade with a positive bias for timing.
Okay, got that, Ruchit. We will start taking the questions now with you. All the viewers are sending in their queries, so let's start off one by one. We'll take the first question for you. This is from Shyam Koya. He says, New Year wishes from me to all of you. Thank you so much, Mr. Shyam Koya. Wish you the same as well. He wants to know on Elecon Engineering for long-term, a fundamental and technical view. What would you suggest? Elecon Engineering.
So technically, the overall structure is positive if you're looking from a mid to long term perspective. The recent correction is also we have not seen any kind of higher volume based selling. The stock at a good support range around 550 marks. So till that is intact, I think overall momentum still remains intact. So if he is looking for no fresh buying or holding existing positions, I think the view is positive technically.
Okay, got that. Next, let's take another one. This one is from Vinita Gupta. She says, good afternoon, Sakshi. Could you please share a view on Affle India and also suggest buying levels on the same if there is a fresh buy that's warranted? What's your suggestion on Affle India?
The overall trend remains positive for the stock, although last 2 weeks we have seen some consolidation, but this consolidation just seems to be a time-wise correction within an uptrend. The stock has good support around, if we look at then around 1700, 1680 range. So keeping a stop loss below 1680, I think even at current levels, one can look for buying opportunities in Affle India.
Okay, got that. Next हमारे पास नमिता अरोरा का सवाल आया है. She says, hi Sakshi, how are you doing today? Very well, Namita. Hope the same for you. She says, please could you suggest Pennar Industries and Maharashtra Seamless? Are these good stocks to invest in fundamentally? What would you suggest here? First is Pennar Industries and the second one is Maharashtra Seamless. On these two stocks, what's your suggestion? Pennar currently is at 202.
So yes, I'll cover technically. So as per technicals, Pennar overall trend seems to be very healthy. But one can look for a gradual buying in the stock where at current levels one can add some positions. Maybe 40% of the positions over here. And in case if we get any dip towards 175, 180 range, then that dip could be used as a opportunity to add for more positions. So overall structure for Pennar Industries looks positive, but gradual buying should be done in this stock.
ओके गॉट दैट. चलिए यहाँ पर भी आपको राय मिल गई है और अगला सवाल लेते हैं. ये सवाल हमारे पास संवत नागेश्वर का आया है. ये लिखते हैं, विच सेक्टर विल बी अट्रैक्टिव फॉर रिटेल इन्वेस्टर्स इन 2025? ओके, एक ही सेक्टर पूछा है इन्होंने. रुचित जी, आप क्या राय देना चाहेंगे? कहाँ पर आपको लगता है सबसे ज़्यादा पैसा बन सकता है, किस सेक्टर में 2025 में?
So I would suggest going with private sector banks और NBFCs के साथ में जाइए, क्योंकि रिसेंटली देखेंगे तो एक अच्छा कंसोलिडेशन फेज ये सेक्टर में हुआ है. काफी सारे स्टॉक्स ऐसे जो चले नहीं है. अब बड़े प्राइवेट सेक्टर बैंक्स देखिए, जैसे कोटक बैंक हो गया, HDFC बैंक हो गया, तो जहाँ पे मूव्स अब तक आए नहीं है कंपेयर टू लास्ट 2 साल में जैसी तेजी हुई है, तो वो रिस्क रिवॉर्ड रेशियो के पर्सपेक्टिव से वहाँ पे काफी अच्छे फेवरेबल है. सो इवन एनबीएफसी स्पेस में आप बजाज फाइनेंस जैसे स्टॉक्स देख सकते हैं कि जहाँ पे लंबे समय से कंसोलिडेशन फेज चल रहा है. सो आई थिंक मार्केट्स में जहाँ पे रिलेटिव डाउन साइड लिमिटेड है, ऐसी थीम्स अगर आप ढूंढेंगे तो आई थिंक एक अच्छे आउट परफॉर्मेंस भी उनमें मिल सकते हैं. सो आई वुड सजेस्ट कोटक बैंक है जहाँ पे स्ट्रक्चर पॉजिटिव बन रहे, बजाज फाइनेंस है, ये 2 स्टॉक्स है. या आप सेक्टर चाहते हैं तो प्राइवेट बैंक्स विद एनबीएफसी, आई थिंक ये स्पेस लग रहा है कि जहाँ पे आउट परफॉर्मेंस आगे चल के रह सकती है.
ओके, गॉट दैट। चलिए अगला सवाल भी ले लेते हैं। ये चंदन जी का सवाल है। ये रिसेंटली लिस्टेड आईपीओ के ऊपर पूछ रहे हैं, यूनिमेक एरोस्पेस। पूछ रहे हैं इनको अलॉटमेंट मिला था तो अभी ये होल्ड करके रखें या प्रॉफिट बुक कर लें। पहले तो चंदन जी आपको बहुत बहुत बधाई। यूनिमेक का आईपीओ जो है 90% तक के प्रीमियम पर लिस्ट हुआ था और उसके बाद भी लगातार पिछले 2-3 दिनों से ये अच्छी खासी तेजी में चल रहा है। 1.5% ऊपर ये ऑलरेडी आ चुका है। देखिए पहले तो आपको ये डिसाइड करना पड़ेगा कि आप लॉन्ग टर्म के निवेशक हैं या फिर आपको शॉर्ट टर्म गेन्स की ज़रूरत है। पहले तो आप इस हिसाब से देखिए और उसके बाद पार्शली भी प्रॉफिट बुक कर सकते हैं। अगर आपको ये लग रहा है कि इतने तेज मूवमेंट आपको देखने को मिला है तो डेफिनेटली आप अपने कुछ प्रॉफिट्स को प्रोटेक्ट करके रख सकते हैं। लॉन्ग टर्म के निवेशक हैं तो रख भी सकते हैं। राय ले लेते हैं हम रुचित से भी। रुचित, चार्ट्स तो यहाँ पर आपके पास नहीं होंगे लेकिन ओवरऑल क्या मोतीलाल ओसवाल ने यहाँ पर कुछ एक व्यू निकाला है इस आईपीओ के ऊपर?
बिल्कुल, चार्ट्स पे तो सेटअप नहीं है तो टेक्निकल व्यूज तो ये स्टॉक पे नहीं है, बट
जी।
जैसे आपने नो आपने समझाया कि आईपीओ में सब्सक्राइब करते वक्त आपका जो व्यू था कि अगर वो सिर्फ लिस्टिंग गेन्स के लिए अगर आपने आईपीओ सब्सक्राइब किया हो तो आप प्रॉफिट बुकिंग करें। अगर आपका लॉन्ग टर्म का नजरिया हो तो पार्शियल प्रॉफिट बुकिंग करके बाकी पार्शियल होल्ड करना, आई थिंक ये भी एक अच्छी स्ट्रेटेजी रह सकती है।
ओके, चलिए अगला सवाल लेते हैं। हमारे साथ एक दर्शक फोन लाइन पर जुड़े हैं, कल्पेश पटेल मुंबई से। ये पूछ रहे हैं इनके पास शॉर्ट है आई थिंक एक किसी स्टॉक के ऊपर। कल्पेश जी से बात करते हैं। कल्पेश जी नमस्कार, कैसे हैं आप? नए साल की बधाई आपको।
नमस्कार मैम, एकदम बढ़िया। आप कैसे हो मैम?
मैं बिल्कुल ठीक हूँ। बताइए आज कौन से शेयर पर आपने शॉर्ट कॉल लिया है?
हाँ, शॉर्ट कॉल तो लिया पर उसके लिए आप आपके उससे पहले आपके लिए एक दो न्यूज़ है, एक अच्छी एक बुरी। सबसे पहले अच्छी है नए साल पर।
जी, क्या अच्छी न्यूज़ है? पहले तो अच्छी न्यूज़ दीजिए क्योंकि मार्केट भी तेज है तो अभी तो हम अच्छी न्यूज़ ही सुनने के मूड में हैं।
कल मेरा फर्स्ट टाइम नंबर नहीं आया कॉलिंग में, क्योंकि उसका रीज़न है कि आपके भी फॉलोवर्स है काफ़ी बढ़ रहे हैं, कॉलिंग आपको ज़्यादा आ रही है, इसके लिए कल मेरा नंबर नहीं आया।
ओके, जी हाँ। लगातार बहुत सारे दर्शक हमारे साथ नए नए जुड़ रहे हैं, अलग अलग एरिया से जुड़ रहे हैं तो बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया। लेकिन उम्मीद करते हैं कि आप लगातार हमें अपने सवाल भेजते रहेंगे जिससे कि हम आपको गाइड करते रहें।
और बुरी खबर ये है कि अभी आपके ऊपर प्रेशर आएगा कि जल्दी से जल्दी आप टीवी चैनल लॉन्च कीजिए।
जी बिल्कुल, ये आपकी एक लॉन्ग स्टैंडिंग डिमांड है और उम्मीद करते हैं कि ये पूरा हो। लेकिन अभी जिस तरीके से माहौल चल रहा है ना कल्पेश जी, जिस तरीके से हम सभी दर्शकों के साथ डिजिटली जुड़ पाते हैं उसमें ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोग आसानी से हमारे साथ जुड़ रहे हैं और यही आप नोटिस भी कर रहे होंगे। तो जुड़ना तो किसी भी प्लेटफॉर्म पर है और आप हमारे साथ जुड़े हुए हैं तो इसके लिए आप लगातार बने रहें। बताइए क्या सवाल है आपका आज का?
मैंने कैंटीन होम शॉर्ट सेल किया हुआ है एट
ठीक है।
750 का जनवरी ट्विटर, और ये इसका जो जनवरी का जो लॉन्ग शॉर्ट का ये रोल आता है ओपन इंटरेस्ट, उसमें ये सबसे ज़्यादा इसे ओपन इंटरेस्ट ऐड हुआ था शॉर्ट साइड से, तो इसके लिए मैंने शॉर्ट सेल किया। इसका टारगेट क्या है? 650 तक आ सकता है।
ठीक है, कैनफिन होम्स शॉर्ट किया है इन्होंने रुचित और 750 के लेवल पर, अब 650 तक का एक्सपेक्टेशन है इनका। क्या लगता है यहाँ पर?
फिलहाल तो ट्रेंड स्टॉक का बिल्कुल नेगेटिव है। हम लो टॉप लो बॉटम स्ट्रक्चर डेफिनेटली स्टॉक में देख रहे हैं जो कंटिन्यू अगर रहता है तो ये स्टॉक में आप नो 680 685 तक के टारगेट्स एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं। बट क्योंकि जब बाजार में हम देख रहे हैं कि नो स्ट्रेंथ थोड़ी ज्यादा बढ़ रही है, सो मैं ये भी सलाह दूंगा कि बिना स्टॉप लॉस के काम ना करें, क्योंकि ये एक थोड़ा रिलेटिवली हाई बीटा नेम है। जो रेजिस्टेंस इमीडिएट स्टॉक का आ रहा है वो 745 750 की रेंज में है। सो आप पोजीशंस को होल्ड कर सकते हैं, बट डू कीप स्टॉप लॉसेस कंसीडरिंग के आप नो फिलहाल मार्केट का ट्रेंड थोड़ा पॉजिटिव चेंज हुआ है और ये एक थोड़ा हाई बीटा नेम है, सो आप स्टॉप लॉसेस जरूर रखें।
ओके, गॉट दैट। चलिए अगला सवाल लेते हैं। श्याम कोया जी ने लिखा है कि इनको एलिकॉन इंजीनियरिंग पे नहीं लेकिन एमिको एलिकॉन पे लेना था। जो सवाल है हम लोग ने पहले अक्षय से लिया और उसके बाद आपसे भी। रुचित, यहाँ पर एमिको इंडियन एलिकॉन नहीं, श्याम जी आप इनको एलिकॉन के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं मेरे ख्याल से, EIM। तो आई थिंक ये स्टॉक है आपका। तो पहले तो कंफर्म कर दीजिए कि आप इसी स्टॉक के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि आपने लिखा है EMICO, इस तरीके की तो कोई कंपनी मुझे नहीं दिख रही। इनको एलिकॉन डेफिनेटली दिख रही है जो 2100 के लेवल पर है और 0.2% ऊपर है आज। ट्राई कर लेते हैं कि अगर रुचित हमें इसका जवाब दे पाए। रुचित, कोई राय यहाँ पर देना चाहेंगे?
शॉर्ट टर्म ट्रेंड तो करेक्टिव फेज का है। सपोर्ट स्टॉक में 1880 के आसपास है। सो आई थिंक यहाँ पे अगर आप 1880 के लेवल्स आपको मिलते हैं तो वहाँ पे आप खरीदारी के लिए स्टॉक को एक बार रिव्यू कर सकते हैं।
ओके, गॉट दैट। नेक्स्ट हम लेते हैं सवाल, हमारे पास आया है BLSE सर्विसेज पर। अंकुर पूछ रहे हैं कि इस पर आपका क्या व्यू है। BLSE सर्विसेज ये टूरिज्म स्पेस में वीज़ास प्रोवाइड करने वाली एक कंपनी है और लगातार हम देख रहे हैं जिस तरीके का टूरिज्म बस चल रहा है, ट्रैवल ट्रेंड्स शुरू हो चुके हैं, काफ़ी ज़्यादा काम तो डेफिनेटली बढ़ गया है स्पेस में। BLSE कैसी कंपनी लगती है अभी आपको?
आई थिंक टेक्निकली तो ट्रेंड अभी तक इतना पॉजिटिव नहीं है। हमने जो लिस्टिंग हुई थी ये स्टॉक में, उसके बाद कंसिस्टेंटली लो टॉप लो बॉटम का स्ट्रक्चर का फॉर्मेशन हुआ है। तो स्टॉक काफी ऑलरेडी बीटन डाउन है, इसके लिए पुल बैक मूव स्टॉक में एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं। बट जब तक कोई अच्छे वॉल्यूम्स के साथ में बाइंग ये स्टॉक में नहीं दिखता है तब तक मैं ये स्टॉक में वेट एंड वॉच करने की सलाह दूंगा।
चलिए ठीक है। नेक्स्ट हमारे पास सवाल आया है मुनीश शर्मा का। ये कोल इंडिया पर पूछ रहे हैं, 485 पर खरीदा हुआ है। आप पूछ रहे हैं एवरेज करना चाहते हैं, लॉन्ग टर्म का नजरिया है तो किस लेवल पर एवरेज करें? तो लेवल्स तो काफी हाई पर खरीदा हुआ है, आपकी क्या राय रहेगी?
तो एक ग्रेजुअल मैनर में स्टॉक में आप अगर लॉन्ग टर्म के लिए एक्यूमुलेट करना है तो कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि ऑलरेडी काफी स्टॉक में करेक्शन आ चुका है और नीचे मेजर सपोर्ट 360 350 की रेंज में रहेगा। उसको कुछ क्वांटिटी अभी ये लेवल पे खरीदारी करें और नीचे 360 350 के आसपास अगर डिप मिलता है तो वहां पे और पोजीशंस ऐड करें।
ओके, नेक्स्ट विशाल मलिक हमें मुंबई से हमारे साथ फोन लाइन पर जुड़े हैं। हाय विशाल, गुड आफ्टरनून, हाउ आर यू?
आई एम गुड, हाउ आर यू? हैप्पी न्यू ईयर टू यू।
Happy New Year to you as well. Thank you so much for your wishes. What's your question?
Actually, I have invested in Signpost, and I have invested it for an amount of 338.
Okay. And what's the horizon? For how long can you hold on?
I can hold on. It's not a problem actually.
Not a
I can hold
problem.
on for some
Okay.
time. Yeah.
Sure. साइन पोस्ट इंडिया के बारे में पूछ रहे हैं यहाँ पर ये रुचित। अभी फिलहाल लगातार पिछले एक महीने में तो 23% तक का उछाल दिखा है, तो ये अच्छे प्रॉफिट्स में है, अभी क्या करें आप?
तो ओवरऑल ट्रेंड स्टॉक का पॉजिटिव है। सो मेरे ख्याल से एक हाई टॉप हाई बॉटम का स्ट्रक्चर टेक्निकली भी ये स्टॉक में बन रहा है। सो अपनी पोजीशंस को मेरे हिसाब से होल्ड कर सकते हैं। जो सपोर्ट बेस्ड स्टॉक में बना है 333 का है, तो जब तक ये 333 के लेवल्स इंटैक्ट है तब तक आई थिंक आप एक स्टॉक में और इंक्रीमेंटल गेन्स एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं। और अच्छी बात है ये स्टॉक में, अगर आप नवंबर महीने से जो प्राइस अपमूव आया है लगभग 220 से ये रैली स्टार्ट हुई है, उसमें आप वॉल्यूम्स देखिए तो काफी स्ट्रॉन्ग है। और जब भी ऐसे अच्छे वॉल्यूम्स के साथ में प्राइस अपमूव के सक्सेस बनते हैं तो वैसे स्टॉक्स पोजिशनली अच्छा आउट परफॉर्मेंस दिखा सकते हैं।
ओके, गॉट दैट। एक आखिरी सवाल ले लेते हैं हम इस शो पर, और ये हमारे पास सवाल आया है मोहित का लुधियाना से। ये शिपिंग कॉरपोरेशन ऑफ इंडिया पर पूछ रहे हैं कि इनके पास 1500 शेयर्स हैं और 40 रुपए के भाव पर, और शिपिंग कॉरपोरेशन ऑफ इंडिया लैंड एंड एसेट्स के भी इनके पास 1500 फ्री शेयर्स हैं। 2 साल तक का इनका नजरिया है। दोनों स्टॉक्स पर राय बताइए।
आई थिंक जुलाई महीने में जब एक स्ट्रॉन्ग अपट्रेंड ये स्टॉक में रहा था तो वो एक अच्छी अपॉर्चुनिटी हाई लेवल्स पे लाइटन अप करने की थी जहाँ पे प्रॉफिट बुकिंग कर सकते थे। बट अभी ये लेवल्स नहीं है कि जहाँ पे आपको एग्जिट करना चाहिए, क्योंकि ऑलरेडी वो लेवल से स्टॉक ने एक करेक्टिव फेज दिखा चुका है। सो आई थिंक और अभी स्टॉक अपने मिड टू लॉन्ग टर्म सपोर्ट्स को भी अप्रोच कर रहा है। तो फिलहाल अपनी एग्जिस्टिंग पोजिशंस को मैं कहूंगा शिपिंग कॉर्पोरेशन इंडिया में होल्ड करे, और जब भी इनकेस आने वाले फ्यूचर में पुल बैक मूव में आपको फिर से अगर स्टॉक 260 के आसपास मिलता है तो वहां पे अपने पोजीशंस को एक बार रिव्यू वापस कर लें।
ओके, चलिए, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया रुचित जुड़े रहने के लिए इस खास शो पर और तमाम क्वेरीज हमारे दर्शकों की एड्रेस करने के लिए। व्यूअर्स, वील wrap up this edition right here, but don't fret if some of your questions could not be addressed. We'll be back again tomorrow to address the rest of your questions in tomorrow's edition as well. Meanwhile, stay tuned. Upcoming will be special conversations on markets and the outlook for 2025, strategies that you should adopt in our next edition of Market Masters with Sameer Ora at 1:30 p.m. Stay tuned.
Mystery surrounds the death of 26-year-old OpenAI employee turned whistleblower Suchir Balaji. Suchir, who helped train the artificial intelligence systems behind ChatGPT, had raised serious concerns about the company's practices before his untimely death. The San Francisco Chief Medical Examiner's Office ruled Suchir Balaji's death a suicide. Now his parents have called for an FBI probe alleging foul play.
I was the last person to talk to him. He was happy mood. He is not depressed or anything. And it was his birthday week.
Suchir's mother argues that evidence uncovered through a private autopsy and investigation cast doubt on the police's conclusion of suicide. She says Suchir's apartment was ransacked. There were signs of struggle in the bathroom, and it looked like someone hit him in the bathroom based on blood spots.
He made plans of going to CES in January. That was the last phone conversation he had with anyone. He went into his apartment, he never came out. There was no suicide note left, and there was nobody else in the scene. That doesn't mean they can just come to conclusion. And we have seen the bloodshots in the bathroom, signs of fight in the bathroom.
Elon Musk, the wealthiest man in the world, has backed Suchir Balaji's mother, Purnima Ramarao's claims of foul play in his son's mysterious death. Musk had tweeted about Suchir Balaji's death earlier too. Balaji grew up in San Francisco Bay Area and first arrived at the fledgling AI research lab for a 2018 summer internship while studying computer science at the University of